With more people flying and fewer TSA agents, long lines and missed flights have been common the last few weeks.
Help is on the way today for Chicago's very busy O'Hare Airport. Aren't you glad you don't live in Chicago when you see this mess at O'Hare?
Oh, yeah.
Midway, it's been a disaster too. TSA is sending 5 canine teams, adding more than 100 full-time agents and increasing overtime there. At a certain point, you have to look at this and say, like, did TSA purposely let this get so bad so Congress would actually act and give them some more money? Because they have had, Kylie, as you've noted, they've had their funding cut over the years.
Over the last 3 years, they've seen decreased funding, so there's been a 10% decrease in TSA agents, while there's been a 15% increase in people that are traveling.
Allie, you took a look at kind of what this means as far as the number of TSA agents compared to the number of people flying, right?
Yeah, and it's pretty staggering. When they're predicting right now there will be 740 million travelers this year, and the number of TSA employees right now is roughly 42,500. So if you divide that out, that's one TSA employee for roughly every 10,000 flyers. So when you think about it, if you're going to a baseball game, that'd be like 4 people checking the 40,000 people going into Target Field.
Yeah, that's crazy to think
impossible.
about, right? Matt, they're telling travelers to show up in Chicago 3 hours early. 3 hours.
Okay, so I'm imagining what this would be like in my own life, and like trying to keep a 1-year-old happy for 3 hours before you get on the plane, and then you have to keep them happy on. It's not possible. I mean, this is going to weed out air travel for a lot of people with families.
Part of what slows things down, of course, is the degree of screening you go through, and I have my own thoughts on whether all of this is necessary, frankly.
Well, you can pay to avoid some of it.
You can enroll in pre-check, and then you can keep your shoes on and your belt on and whatever. I did that actually a couple of weeks ago, and the process, they charge you $85, I believe, for 5 years.
Okay.
And you have to go and sit down with someone. They take your fingerprints. They do an identity, kind of a background check. I don't know if it's reasonable. Is this where we want to be as a country? We want to have every person who wants to fly go get fingerprinted and meet with an agent and pay $85?
They want as many people as possible to sign up for that TSA pre-check. So I think that it's heading in that direction. I also think that if this becomes as much of a problem as it is, or even worse, we could see airlines saying, okay, well, we might need to do our own private screening in some other way, and that would come back on us, the consumer, for paying
Let
for
me
that.
show you what happened. I mean, this is how reliant we are on the TSA and their operations. There's a computer issue for the TSA at Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport. And so look, like here's everybody's baggage because it's waiting to get screened until they get everything all sorted out.
It was like tens of thousands of people missed their flights.
Out on the tarmac, they just put all that?
I mean, it's just staggering. This is the agency responsible for all of this. It's amazing to think about and amazing to see what will happen. Will they get more money or will travelers revolt and airlines take over? We'll see.